Alex earns $100,000 a year. For decades, that number meant something. Comfort, stability, a nice apartment, a reliable car, vacations without checking your bank account every 10 minutes. At least, that's what we were told. And on paper, Alex should be doing more than fine. He lives in Texas, so there's no state income tax. He has no kids, no luxury car, no penthouse, no designer lifestyle, just a regular life on what is supposed to be a great salary. But once the money starts moving, the picture changes fast. Taxes come first, then rent, insurance, groceries, gas, utilities, healthcare, and all those small monthly charges that somehow became part of normal life. Then something breaks. Nothing extreme, nothing unusual, just one of those ordinary emergencies that real adults deal with all the time. A car repair, a medical bill, an expense Alex never planned for. And suddenly, a six-figure salary feels much smaller than it sounds. Alex isn't poor. Not even close. But is he actually rich? Today, we're putting one of America's biggest financial milestones to the test. Does earning $100,000 still mean you've made it? Or has the American definition of rich completely changed? Alex makes $100,000 a year, and on paper that sounds like a lot. But nobody actually lives on a yearly salary. Rent doesn't come once a year. Bills don't wait until December. Groceries are not an annual expense, and stress never shows up at a convenient time. So before we decide whether Alex is rich, we have to turn that big annual number into something real. Monthly money. $100,000 a year comes out to about $8,333 a month before taxes. At first, that sounds strong, but Alex does not take home $8,300. Before the money ever reaches his account, taxes come out. Texas has no state income tax, and that definitely helps. But Alex still pays federal income tax, he still pays Social Security, he still pays Medicare, and there are basic payroll deductions too. So after taxes and deductions, Alex's usable income is roughly $6,400 a month. That is the real number, not $100,000, $6,400 a month. Now comes the biggest expense, housing. Alex rents a normal one-bedroom apartment in Dallas, not a luxury building, not a penthouse, not some influencer apartment with skyline views, just a decent place to live. Rent is about $1,550 a month. Utilities add another $180. Internet is $70. Renter's insurance is $20. So before Alex buys groceries, before he drives anywhere, before he saves a single dollar, housing already costs him about $1,820 a month. Now he has around $4,580 left. Next comes transportation. Dallas is not the kind of city where most people can easily live without a car. So Alex has a regular car. Nothing crazy, not a luxury SUV, not a sports car, just a normal car that gets him to work, the gym, the grocery store, and everywhere else life requires. The car payment is about $475. Insurance is $190. Gas is $160. Maintenance, registration, and small fees average about $100. Altogether, transportation costs him around $925 a month. Now Alex is down to about $3,655. Then comes food. And this is where the budget starts to feel more human. Alex is not eating at expensive restaurants every night, but he buys groceries. He grabs coffee sometimes, he orders takeout when he is tired, he meets friends, he lives a normal life. Groceries cost around $450 a month, restaurants, coffee, and takeout add another $300. So food costs about $750 a month. Now Alex has around $2,900 left. And this is where most people underestimate real life. Because the big expenses are easy to see. Rent, car, food. But normal life is full of smaller expenses that don't look dangerous by themselves. A phone bill, dog food, vet visits, healthcare costs, subscriptions, gym membership, clothes, household items, birthdays, a normal weekend out. None of this means Alex is irresponsible. It just means he is a person. And being a person is expensive. His phone bill is $80, dog expenses are $180, subscriptions and gym cost $100, personal and household items cost $200, entertainment is $300, medical costs are $100, irregular expenses average about $250. Student loans are another $250. Together, normal life costs about $1,460 a month. Now Alex has about $1,445 left, and this is the point where a lot of people would say, that's great. He still has money left, and yes, he does. But leftover money is not the same thing as free money. That money already has jobs, retirement, emergency savings, travel, annual expenses, future repairs, dental bills, moving costs, replacing a laptop, helping family when something happens. Life always finds a use for the money you thought was extra. So Alex puts $500 into retirement, $400 into emergency savings, $250 toward travel and annual expenses. And after all of that, his monthly buffer is about $295, or $295 on a $100,000 salary. That is not poverty, but it is also not the fantasy version of rich. And then the real test happens. Something breaks, not a life-changing disaster, not a once-in-a-generation crisis, just normal adult life. A car repair costs $1,100, a surprise medical bill costs $2,400. Together, that is $3,500. If Alex has $12,000 saved, he can handle it. That is the good news. He does not have to panic. He does not have to put everything on a credit card. He does not have to ask someone for help. But his emergency fund drops from $12,000 to $8,500 almost overnight. Months of progress disappear in 1 week. And that is the quiet truth about a six-figure salary. It can make life stable. It can make life comfortable. It can protect you from panic, but it does not automatically make you rich. Because rich is not just income. Rich is margin. Rich is assets. Rich is freedom. Rich is being able to stop working for a while without immediately feeling the floor disappear under you. So is $100,000 still rich in America? For Alex, the answer is no. It is a strong income, a good income, an income many people would be grateful for. But in a real budget, in a real city, with real costs, it is not automatic wealth. It is comfort with pressure, stability with limits. A good salary fighting against a very expensive life. So after all of that, where does Alex actually stand? Honestly, he's doing okay. And that matters. He has a good income, he can pay his bills, he can save some money. If something breaks, he probably doesn't have to panic. That is not nothing. A lot of people would be grateful to be in that position, but at the same time, this doesn't look like the version of rich most of us were sold. But there's no endless freedom here. No feeling that money has stopped mattering. No sense that one paycheck can disappear and life will keep moving like nothing happened. Alex is stable, but he still has to pay attention. He still has to plan. He still has to hope too many things don't go wrong at the same time, and maybe that's the real story. $100,000 a year can still be a great salary, but it doesn't automatically make life easy. It doesn't automatically build wealth. And it definitely doesn't mean you can stop thinking about money. So, the MoneyLab verdict is this. For Alex, $100,000 is not poor, not even close. But it is also not rich. It is comfort with pressure, stability with limits, a good salary trying to keep up with a very expensive life. And now, I want to know what you think. If this were your budget, would you feel comfortable? Or would $295 of monthly buffer still feel too close for comfort? Tell me in the comments, and if you want to see more experiments like this, real numbers, real budgets, and the financial myths people argue about every day, subscribe to MoneyLab so you don't miss the next one. Because in the next episodes, we're going to test more questions that sound simple until you actually run the numbers.